But you know what? While everybody's trying to come up and see me play or check my live stream, How's everybody doing? And thank you for watching. I'm live here on a Saturday afternoon. I'm just taking questions from everybody today on Instagram. Please share my live stream, everybody. I'm Ron Jackson. I'm playing my 7-string Benedetto 16B guitar right here. And I just came back from the factory. You see my hat and everything here, everybody? I got the hat and the shirt and the guitar today. So this is a great instrument. This guitar is about 16 inches at the bout here, 7 strings with 14s to 79s, and these are really great instruments. So thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, let me know. Let me see what's going on over here. So that was called, I didn't know what time it was. Just getting warmed up over here, doing some solo guitar stuff. And so I'm just trying to see what's going on over here. Let me see hi to everybody here on Instagram. If you have any questions for me, guys, let me know and send them to me right now in the comments below. Okay, so let me see. I'm looking right now on Instagram. And I'm going to wait for some people who started watching or who were watching. And howdy, Indiana. Is that a low B? So this is not a low B. This is a low A. So what's happening is when I started playing 7-string guitar because of the great master that passed away recently, Mr. Bucky Pizzarelli, he played a Benedetto 16B. That's what he toured with all the time, this thing. And he also played with a low A string, which is the way George Van Epps used to tune his guitar. So it doubles your A string. So it's really cool. It's actually the same pitch as a bass. So it's really cool if you really want to do some cool bass lines and all that stuff, So you get that really cool look, cool low end there. So, and it's like the lowest pitch you can go on a 7-string guitar. Actually, I have some nylon string. I have a nylon string guitar. It's a little loose on the nylon, but it stays tight on this. And Benedetto is what's it called? They don't have any discrimination against 7-string players. They make all their guitars into 7-string. So if you love Benedettos, go get them. Also, I'm getting one made by Wyatt Wilkie. Go check him out. He's a great guitar maker. He made a guitar for Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran's album. He's a great guitarist, Ed Sheeran, here in New York City. His album's #1 in the country right now on Jazz Week. And also Peter Bernstein. He's making one for Peter Bernstein, but he's making me a Ron Jackson model 7-string. So check out Wyatt Wilkie. He's here on Instagram. He's out of Vancouver, Canada. And he's going to make me that kind of model. And so he was an apprentice of Bob Benedetto himself. Let me see. Hi, everybody. Say hi to Biker Chick 650. She says hi. And Mr. Easy Peasy. Hey, man, you just got started. That would be cool. I was late last time. Hi from Scotland. Say hi, Easy Peasy. Let me say. So let me answer some questions here on Instagram. Let me say hi to TikToks. All my fans are on TikTok. Most of my fans are on TikTok, actually, everybody. But before we do that, let me do something kind of like where it features a 7-string walking bass lines and stuff. Let me think about something right now. Let me do something right now. I've been working on this song recently. Let me see if I can do this. Like I did this a couple times before. Oh, this is a great song. I actually recorded this one. Let me see if I can do this one. It's kind of a pain to do solo, but from this moment on, so I'm going to play for you guys. Okay, so here we go. Let me see. Let me tune up real quick, everybody, because my guitar is a little out of tune. Now, this guitar is a pure wood guitar, and I'm sticking with intonation. All right. So here we go. So this is From This Moment On. Here we go. By Cole Porter, and this is will feature the 7-string of the guitar.
All right, everybody. Well, that was some hard work. So let me say hi to everybody here right now on Instagram. And let me say hi to people on TikTok. I haven't said hi to anybody at all. Who are your top 3 inspirations? So Easy Peasy asked me, what tuning am I using? I said earlier that I'm playing standard tuning. And a low A. Okay? Not a low B like most progressive rock people. And that song was on this album. If you want to get this, from me as a CD form, there's no vinyl, unfortunately. This is from my album that was actually a top 100 record in 2019 called Standards and Other Songs. And I have an arrangement of that song with a band, which is a little bit easier to play at that tempo on this album. So go pick it up. Go to my website at ronjacksonmusic.com. Also, everybody, I'd like to announce that I have an Etsy store. So go check it out. I just put it on my Instagram profile. I just started letting people know. And I made my first sale on Etsy recently. And I put sheet music is for the best 6 and 7 string jazz guitar lessons on Etsy. So let me keep going here. Let me see who else is. Let me say hi to my fans now on TikTok. I'm sorry, everybody on TikTok. I was neglecting you. I don't like neglecting my children on TikTok, but let me see that. Hey, what kind of guitar are you holding? This is a Benedetto guitar again. Take a look. Let me see. Make sure everybody can see it. It's a Benedetto 16B 7-string guitar here. You see that? I'm going to be picking out my 6-string. It's a little bit easier to play in a minute. I don't think anything's easy, but so that's my Benedetto 7-string guitar. Let me see. What is it about the 7-string that appeals to me? The 7-string is great for extended range playing and solo guitar playing, and also when I'm in a band to do some cool effects with the 7-string. You just got to make sure the bass player is cool with it. So you got to hire a bass player that will not get mad at you. So I make sure I hire bass players who are 7-string friendly. So that's a great question from let me see. Oh, the guitar looks sweet. Yeah, thank you. You're welcome. Now let me see. Wow, bravo. Interpolation, bravissimo. Thank you. You like James Burton style? Yeah, sure. I don't know really who James Burton is, but hey, what kind of guitar? So are you a fan of Chris Poland? I don't know who Chris Poland is actually, but I'll have to look at this live stream and see who these guys are because I don't know anybody. Great stuff. Thanks.
You playing fifths, and one is standard in my other. Oh yeah, cool, easy peasy. Now let me see. Let me answer some more questions here. Is there a good website to or book to learn about different tunings? I don't know about that actually. I usually use standard tuning to play. Actually, standard tuning because that's hard enough to me. But I mean, I'm not sure about websites. There's some good books about it. And if you go to Acoustic Guitar Magazine, I write for them, and you can actually get my book called Chords at Your Fingertips that are written by a bunch of writers like me. You can pick this book up on my website at ronjacksonmusic.com. There's some good stuff about chords in this book, actually, about chord melody and all kinds of cool things. It's published by Acoustic Guitar and Hal Leonard Music. And I actually have 3 published books with them. So go check it out. Okay. One's about picking, one's about chord melody, and one's about scales and modes. Okay. Yeah, so there's a lot of things here. Let me see some other questions here before I keep going and I play another song for you. Good afternoon or morning, wherever you guys are at. Thank you, Instagram, for watching as well, and TikTok. Let me play another song and let me see so I can show you the range of the instrument. I'll do it like it's not good to go live and play some ballads, so I don't want to play anything too slow. But let me see what's a really good song to use the 7th string right now. Let me do another song that I haven't done in the key of I'm going to do a song like this that was arranged by Mr. Joe Paz. All right. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Okay. Thank you, warmth of Venus. Thank you. Thanks for watching, everybody. Let me see if there's any other questions here. I love a bit of blue book stuff. What is that? Let me see. I've got to answer some questions now on TikTok because I have a lot of questions here. Is there a good website? So, watching this with my baby keeps smiling. Oh, that's good. Eric, thank you. What are the main reasons you use 7-string? Just for the extended range? When is the new album coming out? Well, I have a new album coming out now. It's already out, everybody. You can go to my website right now and pick up my album if you want. It's in vinyl. Someone was asking when my new album is coming out. Okay, so this album that I showed you a minute ago came out in 2019, and this came out in 2022. Oh, it's almost a year anniversary, man, that this came out. So so check it out. It's a great record with Ben Wolf, and Willie Jones III, and Brian Ho, the great Hammond organ player in the West Coast in the San Jose area, the Bay Area, and Mr. Clark Gayton, a good friend of mine who's ill right now. So wish him well. Okay, he played on my album, and so this is out already. It's called Standards and my songs, which is on my Ronnie Music label. You can get a digital download on my website, or the vinyl, or the CD. Okay, so go there right now if you're interested in my album. Okay, and also I have sheet music about learning how to play 7-string guitar and other things like that. Okay, all kinds of lessons about harmony, theory, scales, arpeggios on 7 and 6-string guitar. So let me see. Good God. Oh, thank you. Someone said some bad words on here, which were good words. Let me see. Arrange songs or breed love. Oh yeah, those are great. Do you like Schecter? Someone asked me if I like Schecter. Look at this. I'll show you something, guys. Believe it or not, everybody wonders why I play 7-string, but I have one of these Schecter guitars right here. Take a look. I have a Schecter. This is a metal guitar. This is a Keith Morrow 7-string Schecter guitar right here, everybody. And it's hanging on my wall. But it's a great guitar. And also I have a Tosin Abasi guitar, 8-string, that I've got to learn how to play because I'm still trying to learn how to play 7-string right now. So don't hold me to that yet. But this is a great solid body. So yeah, I love Schecter guitars. Let me hang this back up. Okay. And now, and make sure I don't drop it. So that's a great question. Let me keep asking. Now let me play a 6-string. Now everybody says, well, man, you play 7-string. What about 6-string? So I'll tell you something. I'm trying to, thank you. Someone said I have nice skills. Yeah, that guitar is the 7-string is much harder to play than this guitar, which is a 6-string. And I'd like to thank my friends at D'Angelico, New York, for this guitar. So I use this exclusively on my videos on social media because most of you don't play 7-string. So I'd like to get you to play. So please learn how to play 7-string. Go to my website and learn. And this is a really great guitar, a D'Angelico XL1. So I really love these tunes. I mean, this guitar. And for a 6-string, it's a great guitar for the price range. Okay, and I'm going to play you a couple songs with this now. Let me see. Beautiful guitar. Love the neck binding. Oh, yeah, thank you. The fretboard on that is enormous. Yes? No, it's pretty big on the 7-string. It's a little bit wider. But, you need to have more space on a 7-string because you have 7 strings. It's just slightly wider. Okay, thank you, everybody. Thank you for nice compliments everywhere. Now, let me see. Let me play you something here on this guitar. It's a really nice guitar. This D'Angelico XL, Premier XL. Look at this thing. Look how nice this guitar is. I'd like to thank my friends Justin and D'Angelico. I'll be going there next week with Fatun Makula, who's a great guitar player from Albania. We're going to be doing some filming at the D'Angelico showroom next Friday, and I'm going to be checking out some of their new guitars. So this is a really amazing instrument, and I've had this for a couple years. If you see my videos with 6 string, this is the guitar I'm using. Let me see. Okay, that was called Wave. So this is me playing 6-string guitar. So just so you know, it's so much easier than playing 7-string for me because 7-string is a real beast. So but I want people to learn how to play 7-string because there aren't enough of us playing. There's probably in jazz, probably about 10 people I know about, at the most 15 or 20, playing, jazz guitar like I do in general. And these all these people are right here on my shirts back here. So we have Bucky, there's Bucky Pizzarelli, Howard Alden, George Van Epps. Now Bucky passed away. Howard's a great guitar player, and Howard Paul from Benedetto Guitars. He's a great guitar player. George Van Epps, who's the godfather of 7-string guitar and, believe it or not, metal. Okay, because 7-string jazz guitar came out way before metal did. Okay, just so you know, in the 30s. And I actually put a post about this recently. The 7-string guitar started back centuries ago, actually. But a lot of metal guys say, "Man, you play 7-string? But that's in metal, isn't it? Or rock, or progressive rock?" I said, "No, started way before." Now, if you have a metal band in the 30s, let me hear. I like to hear you guys. Okay. So where's the metal band from the 30s? Metallica? Okay, I'm just kidding. Whatever. But I'm just saying. So 7-string came out way before on jazz guitar. Then we have Jimmy Bruno, who he stopped playing actually. He loves my shirts actually. He wears one of my shirts. He was at the Arch Top Festival. If you guys can come, there's an Arch Top Jazz Guitar Festival called the Rocky Mountain Arch Top Guitar Festival next September. Come by and meet me and study with us, okay? Then we have John Pizzarelli, who's a great guitar player, the son of Bucky. Actually, Bucky's real name is John. He's John Pizzarelli Jr., I think. Then we have Lenny Bro, who passed away a while ago. He played 7-string with a high string. I have a low string. This is a 6-string, just so you know. Steve Mazakowski, out of New Orleans, and Ron. Guess who? Ron Este, or Ron Jackson. Then we have the 6-string guitar heroes. So you guys got to send me a note and see if you can get anything about these guys. So let me take some more questions, guys. Today's question and answer day. And thank you for everybody for watching. I have a lot of people over here watching. Thank you, Warm of Venus, for the nice compliment. Let me see. Keep up the good work. I'm trying, Emmet. Thank you. And if you enjoy what you hear, you can also give me you can also donate. My PayPal and everything is up here, or support me by checking out my music, or buying my tunes, my albums, my books. My books and all that other stuff. I have all that stuff on my website, and I'm so happy. My website shows up on my YouTube, channel, all kinds of places now. I'd like to thank Shopify for that. So my stuff is everywhere. And I'm wearing my cool Benedetto shirt today, my hat that I got. I was just in the factory on Monday in Savannah, Georgia, and they have great guitars, everybody. They're some of the best guitars in the world. So, I'm going to play some more on this guitar in a minute. Let me pull this out right now so you can see this guitar again. And I'm going to be playing this in a minute again. This is a 7-string 16B from Benedetto, a handmade carved wood guitar. So it's like a violin, really, for guitar. So, and just so you know, these guitar makers started making the first. I was talking to my friend Howard Paul, who's really, really knowledgeable about the history of the 7-string guitar. I mean, about archtop guitars. These are made like violins. It's the same concept, and it started in America, everybody. So I want everybody to learn about that. So definitely check these guys out. They're made like violins with the F holes, the same concept. The bridge is not attached to the guitar, okay? It's actually the tension of the strings hold the bridge in place, so it moves. And it's actually good because if I want to go in tune, I actually have to hit the bridge to make it go in tune. And I use my trusty Peterson tuner. I like to thank these guys. They're the most accurate tuners in the world. They make the big strobe tuners that cost like $3,000. And the U.S. Army uses them. I heard for different things. I don't know what though. Anyway, thank you. Let me keep going. Let me answer some questions. Oh, here, Carlo. Regards. How could you define your style? I like it. It produces good movement. There are instant improvisation or chromaticism. Greetings from Venezuela. I don't know. I call myself a straight-ahead jazz guitar player who's influenced by all kinds of different things. I love Coltrane changes too, and I love reharmonizations, but also I play very traditional. And I love all the great masters of guitar. I've studied with Mike Stern, Bucky Pizzarelli, Melvin Sparks, Rodney Jones, Ted Dunbar was a great teacher who taught all the great guitar players today. Um, the most important thing is to study and try to get better at whatever you do. That's what I look at it. Thank you, Carlo from Venezuela. Now, can't make out the players on that 6-string shirt. Who are they? And can you give me a real quick bio of them like you did for the 7-string players? So, everybody, the question is, on my 6-string shirts, these string shirts are very popular, so pick them up. I had a sale last week, and my friend Howard bought one, actually. I had a $7 off the 7-string shirt. So, the first person is the godfather of electric jazz guitar. Can anybody guess? This was Charlie Christian. He played with Benny Goodman. He had a lot of great songs like Airmail Special, a lot of hits. Just so you know, Charlie Christian was a big influence on this guy, but we'll talk about him next. He learned all of his solos, okay? Now, that's one of my favorite guitar players. Django Reinhardt, of course, the gypsy guitarist from Belgium, who lived in France and, played with Stefan Grappelli, the master of the, master guitar player. So many people emulate him. And he only had 2 fingers, everybody. He plays better than most of us who have 4 fingers. And I only really use 2, actually. But anyway, just kidding. Then one of my favorite ever, George Benson. He's on my t-shirt too, He's like the greatest. I mean, I've hung out with this guy. I've seen him so many times. And I work a lot with this bass player named Stanley Banks, who used to play with him. And he's just, George Benson, he's a monster. Grant Green, another great master. So influential on my playing. And he's a great guy. Lived in New York, did a lot of recording sessions on Blue Note. Joe Pass. Oh, man. Joe Pass was a monster. He played the 7th. He played 6-string. Now, any of these guys play 6-string. None of these guys play 7-string. So Joe Pass, he played great acoustic guitar, nylon string, archtop guitar. Also, he was great with his fingers, and he played great with his pick. And, just so you know, Joe Pass, I went to see one of his clinics one time when I was in college, and this guy was a monster. You know what's really funny about him? He came out and said, look, hey, everybody, there was like 100 guitar players in the room at that day. It was at Berklee College of Music when I was at Berklee. And what happened was he said to everybody, there must be some really good guitar players in here. You know why? Because it's the law of averages. That's what he said. But anyway, someone asked him to do giant steps, and said, can you play giant steps? He did a great recording, a solo guitar recording of giant steps. He said, you know what? I'm not going to play that. You know why? Because I have nothing to prove. So he's another great guy. So Kenny Burrell, man. Oh, I love Kenny Burrell, man. He had such a big sound. He's still alive, but these guys have passed away. George is 80 almost. Django and all these guys have passed away. Kenny Burrell's still alive. Les Paul, man, he was great. I used to hang out with him all the time at Iridium. And that's how I met Bucky, actually, up here, And he was, check out Les Paul. He's one of my favorites. Pat Martino or Pat Metheny. Both influences. I studied with Pat Martino too, and he was a monster, that guy. And Pat Metheny, man, I used to check him out in high school. I mean, that's how long he's been around. And, he's older, he's like at least 10 years older than me, and he's a great guitar. I mean, he's just a monster. And a child prodigy. Just so you know, the last person is Wes Montgomery. Of course, everybody knows Wes Montgomery. So these are all the players on my shirt. So now, Wes, I wanted to tell you, Wes Montgomery learned all of Charlie Christian's solos, I heard, okay? But you could never tell that he learned his solos. And another person, Pat Metheny, learned of all Wes's solos, I heard. Just played exactly like Wes. But you could never tell because he said that there was no future in playing like Wes Montgomery. Only future you could have is being yourself. So that's the most important thing about jazz guitar, everybody. Be yourself. So these are all my heroes, and these are great guys. You should always have heroes, and that's what I grew up with. And there's some young, great guitar players out there too that are the cats too. But these are the guys I love and I grew up with. And those, Pat Martino, man, he was one of my. He's such a monster, that guy. So there's so many great players, everybody. So you can get that shirt on my website if you want. The shirts are available on all this stuff here. It's a very popular shirt, and I appreciate everybody following me and listening to me. So let me play some more songs here. And so I wonder if someone could write down all the names they know, of all these people right now. There's so many people. Now let me continue now. So if there's any more questions, let me go to TikTok now because TikTok. Before I keep talking, everybody, let me just go. There's so many questions on TikTok. I can't neglect my friends on TikTok. Hey Ron, question. Um, how do you think a beginner player can get into in a year with proper practice? Oh, just so you guys know, if you want to practice, there's no way around. There's no shortcuts in music. I tell my students this all the time. Only way you get better, and I feel bad recently because I don't practice as much as I'd like to. I used to practice 5 to 8 hours a day. And you know how much improvement you get when you practice like that? You have to make sure you practice everything you know, you practice properly. Practice things you don't know, practice with a metronome, have a good teacher to guide you. Just don't practice anything, and you can't really tell how you play by yourself. Record yourself. The recording never lies. Transcribe. But I practice. If you want to really get better, you have to practice 5 to 8 hours a day. Really, to get that much improvement, you have to at least practice that much. Andre Segovia, I love classical guitar. I mean, he was a monster, Andre Segovia. He practiced 5 hours a day until he died, I heard. I mean, Bucky practiced all the time. All the great guitar players I know, young and old, they still practice. I don't practice I like them as much. Some people don't get, but when I can, I try to practice. But when I practice, I really focused. I'll really focus on something for like 10 minutes because I know how to practice now. Use a metronome, use some kind of timing device to keep your time together. Have good internal time, feel form. But practicing is very important. That's a great question. The Black Creator 6 from TikTok. Overly busy. Thank you. And hey, it's Ron. Thank you. And let me see. Stephen A. Smith can you hit them? You can hit them strings. Thank you. So if there are any questions, let me know. Oh, someone said Bobby Womack. Ha ha! Nice guitar. You know what? I might play that song. Let me see if I can remember that song. Let me see. Oh, that's what's that called again? What You Want to Do for Love by Bobby Womack. That's a great tune. Great, 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 great request, everybody. Let me go down to the bottom now on TikTok. There's so many questions. Hey, I'm in, brother. I used to practice my chops and basics 8 hours a day, every day. I cut that down when I was playing, and I practiced 4 to 6 hours. Practice hard, play easy. My teacher tonight taught. Okay, good. Thank you, Easy Peasy Music from Scotland. He says he practices 48 hours a day. Man, I wish I could. I don't have time for that now. Like right now, I'm doing a live stream. I should be practicing, but I'm not. So yeah, check out this cool hat, man. I got this at Benedetto. So this is my Benedetto 7-string. Can you play the Last of Us theme? The Last of Us. I don't know that one. That's a good theme. Is that from that TV series? You know what? That show is crazy. It's like a weird, Night of the Living Dead, series. But that's a great TV series. That's a good question. Can you play the last of that? Let me keep going now. TV show and the game. Oh, yes, a game. I am 44. Is it too late to teach yourself to play? Well, you know what? Android. That's not too late yourself, but you know what? You should study with a teacher if you really want to learn faster and get the right lessons. So, I have people who are different ages. I have a 9-year-old all the way to 70-year-olds. So, and the best way to study is to study with somebody. So if you're interested in lessons, let me know. So you can get at least started, okay? And I have some great guitar players who are all ages. So it's better, to get a teacher. Bobby Caldwell, play Take 5. Okay, maybe I will. Oh, 100 Ways. Let me see if I can play that song. That's a great song. Let me see if I can remember it. See, I used to play all these songs, but you know what? You can't remember all these songs. a great tune, man. Find 100 Ways. You know who wrote that? Was that? No, that's a Quincy Jones arrangement, actually. That's Quincy Jones. James Ingram sang that song, and he was a great singer. He passed away not too long ago. And man, thank you. That was a great request. Let me see how my friends are doing here on Instagram and on YouTube and Facebook. Yeah, thank you everybody for following me, everybody. So if you're enjoying what you're hearing, just so you know, on Instagram, I actually have badges if you want to donate to badges to help support us artists. I see that people are watching. Also on this I'm on all these platforms right now. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube all at the same time, everybody. And I'm streaming to two different pages on my Facebook, my Ron Jackson fan page, Ron Jackson Music fan page, and my behind the scenes at Ron Jackson with Ron Jackson on Facebook. So please follow me everywhere, everybody. If you're enjoying what you're hearing, if you're learning anything new, and support us jazz musicians. And I'm going to have a shirt called "Support Your Local Jazz Musician" coming out, and support your local 7-string guitar player. So all these cool shirts up here that you can get, and my vinyls and all the other stuff. So if let me see if I can answer some more questions before we keep going here. Let me see. There's some questions here. Oh, do you know Ernest Ranglin? Oh, someone asked me that question. Oh, yes, man. Ernest Ranglin, man. He's a great guitar player from Jamaica. Check him out. I check out all the guitar players, actually. I'm an undercover, check out your guitar player kind of guy. So, someone will walk up to me and I know they're a great guitar player. I said, "Hi, pleased to meet you." And I've checked him out already. So there's so many great guitar players that he was like a monster. He's like one of the best guys around from Jamaica. Check him out with Monty Alexander. They played a lot together, and they did some great records. And do I ever play slide? Someone asked me if I ever play slide. Yeah, I have a slide right over here in the drawer. But yeah, no, I play slide. I used to play a lot of slide when I was a kid. I used to play like slide so good it was almost like single line notes, but that was years ago. I don't really play that so much. Now, let me see. I came up on the late Jimmy on the right, Jimmy Page. Oh, I love Jimmy Page. I grew up, What about Al Di Meola, man? Man, Al Di Meola, man. I love Al Di Meola. He's like so great with the, and you know what? He uses like a really thin pick, I heard, to get his sound. I use a really thick pick with thick strings. I have these strings right here. Everybody always asks me this question. What kind of strings you use? So I have the strings, somewhere over here. Anyway, I can't find them. But I use these really thick strings from La Bella. Oh, I think they're right here. Take a look at these, guys. So I use these strings. Everybody's asking what kind of strings I use. And I use these La Bella jazz tapes. So they're 14 to 79. I use them on both of my guitars. Now, just so you know, the tension is harder on this guitar than my 6-string. So let me take out my 6-string a couple more times before I finish up. So I'm going to answer a few more questions. I'm going to stop in a minute because, I have to go teach a student. So if you'd like to study with me, if you're enjoying what you hear, contact me. You can find me on my website. Do you only ever play jazz? I play all kinds of styles, actually. Someone's asking me, do I only play? Yeah, I play all kinds of styles, actually. I have pedals. I played a lot of Broadway shows, all kinds of different things. But I decided, everybody, just to really focus in on my jazz playing, because jazz is what I came to New York City to do. And, and just to do my stuff. So I'm really focusing on everything on my own music right now, my own lessons, my own brand, Ron Jackson, ronjacksonmusic.com. So follow me everywhere and please share. Now, let me answer a few more questions. The next shirt you're going to have to put is Stanley Jordan. Oh, yeah, I love Stanley Jordan. You know what's really funny? So someone just mentioned Stanley Jordan. One of my friends, I went to Israel recently, and the guy that took me to Israel took Stanley Jordan and Bill Evans. I said, why didn't you take me, man? I love Stanley Jordan. Stanley Jordan, man, he's been around for years, and he's really an innovative guitar player. I don't know anybody who plays like him. There's another guy that I know that I follow on Instagram who plays like 2 guitars at the same time. You should check him out. I forget his name. There's so many guitar players, man. I can't keep up with you guys. They get younger and younger, and I get older and older. So, there's so many great guitar players that come out all the time. Can you look at my TikTok? Sure, if I can. All great people. Great. So let me see. What about George Mason? He's on my shirt. Someone said about George Mason, man. He's right here. I didn't forget him. He's great. Let me keep going. Let me look at my Instagram and see who else has made some comments here. Let me go back down. Okay, let me look at my Instagram, see if there's any more comments. Oh, there's so many people on Instagram too saying hi. Thank you, guys. Yeah, so let me see some more questions here, if I can answer them before I finish up here. I can't wait to everybody on Instagram either. It's kind of like too difficult. Let me see. Yeah, someone asked me if I know Ernest Wrangler. Yeah, he's great. Do you do song requests? I think so. If I know the song, I'll do requests, everybody. Just so you know. Just follow me everywhere, everybody. And I'm going to be playing very soon a couple of gig announcements. I'm playing next Sunday at Birdland in New York City. And my next big gig after that, I mean, I always play all kinds of little gigs and big gigs and small gigs. And I'm playing at City Winery, City Vineyard with Alex Skolnick. We're going to be doing a duo. Alex Skolnick of Testament. He's a great jazz guitar player too. And so we're going to be doing a duo gig in New York City on March 31st. You're going to see announcements soon. So come on out and check us out. Let me see. Questlove designed this font for merch and the roots. Oh, cool! Great. Do you know where the T-shirt letter from? Someone's asking about the T-shirt lettering. I don't know what this lettering is. I have to ask the designer. Okay. No, we don't know it. The 7th string and the 6th string and the high A. It's a low A. Yeah, that's good. Can you look at my TikTok? Sure. Play Autumn Leaves, please. Oh, let me see if I can play that one. I haven't played that in a while. Let me answer the questions. Are those shirts on the back of your site? Yeah. So someone's asking my shirts they're on my website, everybody. So pick up a couple of shirts today if you enjoyed my live stream. They're very popular. It's so I still have some shirts left. Okay, but I'm going to be creating some new ones very soon. So go check them out on my website. Someone's asking that question. Of course, yes. That's why I have them displayed. So go to my website. I just had a sale last week, but you guys missed it. It was last Saturday, last Saturday a week ago was National Guitar Day. So I had a lot of good stuff. So if you want to follow me, go to my Bands in Town to see my, I now have 1,000 followers now on Bands in Town. I'm so proud of myself. So let me see if I can play something on my 6th string here. My D'Angelico Premier XL, and I'm going to be going to the D'Angelico showroom next week to film, so you can see some cool content over there. Okay. Let me see. So this arrangement I'm going to play of Autumn Leaves is on my website. You can actually buy that arrangement on my website. Not all the fancy stuff, but the arrangements on my website, the easy version. All right. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Let me see if I can answer 4 more questions. And thank you for supporting me and following me everywhere, everybody. I really appreciate all my fans and friends and musicians that I follow. And if there's any other questions, please let me know. And go to bands. You can follow me everywhere at Ron Jackson Music. So I'm going to be going live a lot now. Because I want to make sure that everybody gets to see me and come out and see me live if you can. When you get a chance, I'm always playing someplace. I'm traveling, touring, and it just depends where. Just look at my calendar. Go to bands in town. Go to my website at ronjacksonmusic.com. You can check out my books, my vinyls, my shirts in the back here. Okay, this is my vinyl and my book, and of course I have CDs too, and guitar picks, all kinds of stuff, everybody. So I appreciate you guys. And let me just look a couple more times. I appreciate you guys on TikTok because you guys, there are so many people on my TikTok now. I really appreciate it. I got past 37,000 followers. And, I'd like to thank all my 30,000 YouTube subscribers and, 30 plus thousand Instagram followers. I appreciate you guys. I put a lot of content up. So I try to put different kinds of cool things, lessons, performances, questions, to make you think, not only to also learn about jazz guitar and the 7-string particularly. So I want everybody to get into 7-string guitar because there's not enough of us, So and just so you know, it's really interesting. This is a really interesting thing. I gotta do like a post about this. A lot of people. There's a store in New Jersey that's a really great guitar store that have all kinds of guitars like arch tops, solid bodies, all kinds of stuff. It's called Lark Street Music. You got to check them out. They go there. If you go to that store, he says he always finds 7-string guitars there. But you know why? A lot of guys buy a 7-string and they want to learn it. And you know what they do? They can't learn it. So they go back and sell it. So that's really good for me because I pick the guitars up and go, hey, wow, man, this is a great 7-string. How'd you get this thing? And the guy said, well, I get them all the time. But people buy them and they just give them back because they can't play them. So I'm proud to say that I can play them and keep selling those 7-string guitars. But if you really want to learn, take lessons with me about it, and pass it down to everybody. And I really appreciate you guys. Let me just look at a few more questions here. Can you play some flamenco? Yeah, I can play a little bit. Can you play some John Neon by John? I probably could learn that too, but I don't have time now. I'm too tired now. I've been off for an hour. There's so many questions here on TikTok that you guys asked me that I can't do. But you know what? I'll try one of these days. Some blues. I did some. I did a little bit of everything. So hi, Ron Jackson. Hey, I love the sound of that guitar. It's a great guitar. So both guitars are great. They're just completely different. Let me see. I should just play all the players that make the instrument. Yeah, yeah, great. There's so many comments here. Does the thin line feel much different to hold? I don't know. Wow. Oh, there's so many things here on TikTok. Some of my friends think that when I do stuff like this, I'm like not in the frame of keeping in tune. Ah, that's funny. What are your favorite standards to play? I mean, I love all kinds of standards, man. There's so many great tunes. I don't know Mike Hawk, artist. I don't know him. James Burton, Elvis Presley was Elvis Presley's. Oh wow, James Burton. I didn't know that was Elvis Presley guitar player. Check him out. Insane fusion player. Great. There's so many great guitar players, man. You know who I love and that kind of world is Joe Satriani, Steve Vai. Those guys are monsters, man. And they have some great exercises I used to follow. I used to follow them in high school too. Oh, that guitar looks awesome. Thank you. So thank you everybody for watching. I'm gonna get going. And thank you everybody for following me. And you can watch this live stream again, just so you know, on YouTube and on Instagram. I'm going to post this on my Instagram and leave it up there, so you could check out my live stream. All the uncut, all the mistakes, everything. And I think mistakes are good. So just you can watch the live stream again. Hey Jeffrey, how you doing on YouTube? So you can watch the live stream again and just replay it. If there's anything you want to learn about this or me, just go watch it. You can watch it on Facebook, YouTube, and on Instagram. I'm going to leave it up on Instagram, okay? So thank you, everybody, and have a great day, and I'll see you guys very soon. And we'll be, I'll be posting, all kinds of content as usual coming up, and I'll be performing soon. So come check out my website, okay? And have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye. Let me say bye, everybody. Bye-bye.